Oh boy.
There we go.
Whoa, we have 2 places. What is going on with Ryan?
Oh, his internet was crap. He already told you something was wrong, so I'm just going to ignore.
Why is it
pink?
Blood all over your face.
That's something that would be the pixels dying and breaking on his face. So
My goodness. It's an apocalypse.
Yeah, we'll see. Something's up with...
He ate a human!
It's fine. Anyway, last time...
On my screen, it's fine.
Oh.
No, you.
Well then. Last time on Dungeons & Dungeons, we had the Phandlin crew going through the trials of the storm. Bologna, not a fan. Not even a little bit.
Nope.
But everybody else seemed to be having a jolly old good time. You got through 2 of the trials so far. The first one being a water trial, the second being an air trial, and you guys were on your way through an ice portal, or a portal that in Giant was obviously going to be the ice trial. You entered the cave through some super special sleuthing, and you left your Giant Slayer axe behind Mosnell, and you all enter into the portal, arriving you inside a frost cave. You can see moving water that glows with this beautiful shimmering reflection of the ice underneath it, so it looks white, but it's crystal clear. It is like Waterboy Alaskan monk water. Beautiful. Wow. In here, there's icicles littering the entirety of both the top of the cave and the bottom of the cave. There is a chill, and standing in place, you guys can feel yourselves starting to freeze up as you're forcing yourselves to move around and keep warm as best you can inside here. I'd say the visibility is clear. It seems like the white of the ice and the snow reflect very well of the few light sources that are in here, and they seem to be coming from the ice itself. Beneath the ice seems to have this illumination to it. The group is teleported in. If you can see from the top camera, right in front of that circular water, you can actually see the bases. Mosnell's in the pack. You guys actually are in water right now. Up to just like the brim of your boots, so you're starting to get that soak through and freezing cold water right now.
This is terrible.
Why aren't waterproof boots a thing yet?
I step out of the water.
Yes.
All right.
I also
So you guys enter into the areas. You can start moving everybody out of the initial area.
I'm assuming we're not going to walk immediately into the next pool.
Well, it's up to you, honestly.
I'm not.
Who doesn't love wet feet?
That, dude. Mosnell will probably be first.
There is this peacefulness in how quiet it is in here. You don't hear any animals. You don't hear any noises. You don't hear any noises and voices, but you just hear the quiet ticking of some, like, the movement of water, occasional water dripping off some of the icicles or stalagmites down here, and maybe just that ever shifting you hear in caves. But other than that, it's just...
Does it look
peaceful.
like there's any blue-looking glass in here?
Give me an investigate or a perception check first.
Oh boy, 19.
Let's go, dude.
19. Looking around, you do see lots of glowing blue areas, and as you investigate them under the water, it shines blue, similar to what the person described to you underneath some of the water.
Underneath the water only.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to catch me up.
I'm gonna touch the water. How cold is it?
It is freezing cold. It's actually like obnoxiously cold. That might have fixed it, Ryan. It's like it should be frozen, this water. It's so cold to the temperature, but potentially the movement of it is keeping it from freezing.
Whew. All right. Well, it is
nice
very
to hear.
cold.
Feels pretty good.
Is there any kind of...
Is there any inside this little central pool right
Yes.
next to us?
Yeah, you can see glow in that one, and it's much more frozen in here with chunks of ice because there's not as much movement in there, but you can see a glow underneath it.
Hey, Mosnell, you're pretty good with the cold, right?
Yeah, I feel great.
Do you think you could try and take a look at that little glowiness down there? See if you can chip a chunk off of that.
What is it?
Remember those scientists? They were asking for some glass.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're smart people.
Yeah, they were looking to experiment with some of the glass from these caves. It's I'll turn just for Zach's case. There we met with these two scientists at
I remember
The-
now. I just wasn't sure
Oh,
what you
yeah.
were talking
Wait,
about
but I don't
initially.
remember.
yeah.
Oh, okay. We met with the scientists and they asked for blue glass.
Which scientist?
Yeah.
The one.
In
The
nature's
scientists
hold,
at
They were two drow, and they were arguing with one another over a machine that was exploded. And one was talking in Elvish, one was talking into Common to you. They were in clear competition. This was
Yeah.
a day or two after all the nonsense with
Battle
Brian
of
was settled.
Nature's
Yeah,
Hold.
yes. After it was all settling down, and you guys were basically going around picking up quests from different people.
I see.
just to see they said they would give us magical items if we got them a decent amount of this blue translucent glass, and it's got like a green purple liquid inside. I think they said the purple was the preference.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go get them.
All right.
Walk over.
All right. Well, you're looking down into the pool. You're not sure how deep it goes, but you do see a blue glow toward the bottom.
Maybe take a look to see how deep it is first.
I'll look around for a rock.
Yeah, there's plenty of
Yep.
rocks here, but
I'm gonna
more
toss
like
the
ice.
rock in.
Okay.
See how long it takes to go down.
All right. You take a. Well, give me a perception check to try and find a rock. Are you looking specifically for a rock or just ice rocks?
I am specifically looking for a rock, and I'm gonna tie my rope to it and try to figure out.
Okay.
I know. Look at how smart I
So
am.
give me
sometimes.
give me investigation checks, the two of you.
Only sometimes.
There are rocks everywhere. Give me an investigation check.
Well, there was
Nah.
because something different just
Yeah, that was
happened.
cocked.
To be fair.
I know. I'm trying to figure
Nine.
life out.
Okay. 9, you find up surely a rock. You pick it up, you toss it in,
Good old
and
low
it's
DCs.
ice. It's an ice rock, but it floats. Actually, trying to find a rock seems to be a little harder.
Investigation, you said?
Yes,
That was only a 6.
a 6.
I know.
That's
Looking
worse
for
than
rocks.
me.
You
It's so
tie it around
hard.
what you think, and you put it in, and it goes down a little bit, but then comes back up because ice floats for the most part
Aw,
of this
man.
density. So
Untie it.
I
Here, how about this? And I'll take the end of the rope and I'll tie a dagger to it.
absolutely.
Okay.
There you go.
Sounds
Teamwork makes the
good.
dream work.
I was like, I don't
Because
want to have to
rocks are
burn
so
a fourth
hard.
level spell for this.
Belfina, you put it in, you start going the rope. It looks about 4 feet down before it knocks the bottom. It's not very far.
That's not bad
Easy. I jump in.
All right, you jump in the cold.
but it's going to be cold.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm unaffected by cold.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
because of all your shit.
Yeah.
Don't give me a Constitution saving throw. All right.
Ugh. Refreshing. I'm gonna go down and get it.
All right. Well, the whole bottom is frozen and there's a glow underneath it. So it's not just like picking anything up. So go ahead and try. You got to try and mine it or use something to get it out.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess I'll use this Ouroboros blood axe.
Sure.
Haven't used this yet, I might as well give it a try.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Actually, just roll damage. You're going to hit it. Forget the attack roll. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah, I rolled pretty good anyway.
It's fine. You're not going to fuck up missing.
So damage.
Yes.
Okay. 1d12.
It's Ashley Johnson.
Hey,
There it is.
new weapon. Who dis?
Plus. That's.
Do you like how I'm doing this now instead of at 11 o'clock
I
at night?
really appreciate it.
New weapon. Hua. Okay. 20.
And
So
then-
21 slashing.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Nope.
That's crazy. Let's go, dude.
And 3 necrotic.
Take that.
As
ice.
he takes the blood axe, you actually see Montel's eyes sink in a little bit, and you see little bits of black around them as he hits into the ground, shattering it, and all those glows just float up to the top of the
Oh.
surface.
Ooh.
I got it.
That's about the
So,
best way that could have gone.
I'm gonna pick up one of the pieces and just like inspect it to see if it's the right thing.
Sure. Investigation check.
I'll get the rest of them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um, 16.
All right. With the 16, you also have that device, as you remember, that would identify them.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
right.
as you put it close towards it, you notice this is less glass and more like a mineral or raw material. This isn't what they were asking for. It's
Really?
not glowing, but you guys do have glowstones.
Ooh.
Ah.
So now you have these natural lighting materials, 4 of them, that glow in 10 feet radius, blue light, and you put them together, it extends the radius up to 40 feet. It's
Good, because I can't see in the dark.
it's not a magic spell, so you guys can, and you can also throw it and use that to your advantage. So you're welcome to add glowstones, blue glowstones, to your inventory. Whoever you want to distribute them, there's 4 of them.
I
I'm gonna
want
take
one.
one of them.
All right.
I'll take one.
Oh, Belfina or Bologna, you probably don't need one, right?
So every person here gets one.
Excellent. Okay. Is that in here somewhere?
No,
No, it's not.
Nope.
We'll just
Okay,
put it
I'll
in
just-
notes or something.
Just put
Yeah,
it in
yep, yep,
notes.
yep. Other possessions.
Right, specifically one glowstone, because otherwise you kick yourself
Actually,
later.
I'm gonna give up mine to Bologna
All right.
I can see in the door.
because I can see it.
Well, this isn't what we're looking for.
It would appear not.
Not quite the exact thing, but useful.
Well, yeah, I'll take this. I guess just keep an eye out for what we actually are supposed to get.
That was
And I'll
perfect.
take a look around.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check. See if there's anything else of
Is
interest.
there...
I'll make a perception check too.
Sure.
I was gonna say when Maznell was doing all this, I was gonna have Bologna just look around to see if there's any clues to what this room is about.
Sure.
I was
She can do the
also-
same thing, so that would be an investigation check for her.
I
Also
got
that.
an 11.
Okay, 11. And you're looking around.
15.
15. Everybody just go ahead and make checks then. See what this room's all about.
Natural 1.
As you're walking around, one of the icicles fall in front of you, and it just shocks you, steals your attention.
I could have died.
You're not really looking
Let's
around
see.
too much.
Bologna was a 15 for perception.
Okay.
Airy was a 19.
All right. I believe Aries the highest so far.
Yeah.
Ona and Belfina go off into area trying to avoid stepping on the moving water there, looking about, following the glows around. Airy, you notice that there's some more glows sort of congregated toward the, like, straight ahead of all of you. So potentially there might be more to that, maybe another portal that way. Yeah, so straight across where, yes. So more toward that end or toward the opposite side there. So you want to get across. It's only about 10 feet wide, or actually it'll be 20 feet across is this little river that's separating you guys from this opposite side here, this ice river. And yeah, I think that basically covers everybody else. They're looking about. You're just finding lots of ice, not a lot of snow though. It's not like there's piles of snow. It's very much what you would imagine a cave full of stalagmites would look like if they were all just frozen and petrified. Probably more Arctic.
Is there any area that looks a little bit closer in distance? I'm looking maybe like off to the left side. Is that any closer?
To the left side, you'd be able to investigate that area as well. There's little bits of glow over there, and you could make an easy 5-foot jump, hop over. You can guarantee to make that all of you. See where the white is?
Yeah.
Down, opposite way. You're other down because I'm looking at the thing. Over,
Yes.
right? Yep. Left. Sorry, you're left. I'm looking. It's reversed. Yeah, there. That's where Ari would hop for 5 feet, or he could do what you were suggesting too. But he wants to go around the perimeter, which is totally fine.
I'm just gonna
I just
walk
wanna-
across.
Okay. Maz, no.
I'm in the water already.
Yeah, Ari points out like there's something across the way, so you walk straight across there. Okay.
I'll check it out.
Cool. you see all these. It almost looks like ice sculptures to you, Mosnell. It's beautiful the way the light is hitting through some of the see-through of the glass, like look to the ice here. Something you're not too used to, only at the high altitudes when you would travel on the mountains and see some of the
Doing something
caves
visible.
that you would go into for shelter during the night. You would see this occasional from the twilight of the stars, or the twinkle of the stars, rather. So it brings back some fond memories as you're inside this area. Everybody else, pretty chilly, not really a big fan of this type of setting.
I miss Neverwinter.
Ari, with your investigation check of a 19, you're finding more of the same of just ice, nothing frozen in the walls, just this tranquility and this glow inside here. Mosnell, do you go further, walking across to where Ari pointed out?
I'll go to the edge of the white.
Sure. So approaching there, you actually can see some, in the snow, some runes that resemble a giant. Do you choose to read them?
I'll read in my head.
Okay. I will. Oh, I have it copied.
I'm going to start making my way around with 2. With the intention.
Yeah. Both Ari and Bologna will as well.
All right, so go ahead and move everybody. Start moving around the sides as Mosnell. He's pretty dope with his super don't come at me ice powers.
Don't at me.
I got to load Discord on another
Love
computer.
that. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
JK.
How about no? Okay.
You got it.
I understand. Thank you.
That was like when Matt charmed a monk, and
Oh yeah.
Bo's just like, "How about
How
no?"
about stillness of mind.
Oh my god, that's such a good ability.
Yep.
Illness of mind is really good.
So you're just
How
in the
about
status
no?
condition.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Sublime.
So toasty.
All right, so that's what you read as everybody's making their way around.
As everyone's making their way downtown.
Ooh, secrets.
What does it mean? Whispers are so.
Are they there yet?
Does it?
Yeah, you can wait for them to come.
Are
Sure.
we- is there anything interesting on the trek over?
Give me a perception check again.
You.
It's a
I'm
large
gonna
cave.
try to be perceptive again too,
Sure.
but it hasn't worked yet so far. Oh, I beat you. Natural 2.
So I got a 3, which brings me to an 8.
A lot of ice, a lot of glow, very
Let's
pretty.
trade.
Okay.
This is Justin's dice. This is why.
Is that so? Okay. So then you guys all end up together unless there's any other pit stops.
No, I was just trying to make my way across to here to without getting
Downtown.
into the water.
You can easily, as Mosnell just sits there contemplating what he has read. The group comes up his backside, and their breath you can see visibly out here with every movement here, reminding you how freaking cold it is. But Mosnell seems to be in this little bit of peace where he stands, but as you come up on him, a little bit of deep thought across his face.
Did you find something, Mosnell?
Writing.
What does it say?
It says the storm is unrelenting. The immovable stone brags of its capability, but is passed by the storm. Stay in your ways and become one with the immovable stone, or fight with the storm to become one.
At that, the runes glow, and you hear a massive shattering of glass. Here is music. Here's an album.
Man, I freaking knew the music was coming.
I just knew. They don't stop coming.
Man, there's gonna be combat.
And they don't
now,
stop
isn't there?
coming.
Yeah, I was gonna. Nice.
It's really good, actually. The mixture of the chicken cacciatore and the butter chicken.
You're mad.
Whoa, is it just this whole album?
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing playlists for
That's
a little
great.
bit,
What are you
so you
talking
guys can
about?
just hear a little variety. I was gonna work into that more and more.
Snap is Strahd here.
No.
Ooh.
So let me just make sure that's it's fine. In front of you, you see as this crackling of glass comes up out of the runes, and out in front of you stands a frost giant.
Ah!
And
I don't have my axe.
4 ice elementals come out of the water behind you.
Heck, dude.
All right. As it emerges, you see this disheveled, and it looks almost like a revenant in front of all of you. There's gashes all in its chest, and it looks like a slash right between its eyes. It wields this massive axe and has all these jewels on it and a crown on top of its head, all sorts of long robes and these pelts all over this individual. And as you guys see it appear in front of you, you hear it bellow, "You stole it from me! It was mine! You can't take it from me!" I need everyone to roll initiative.
Initiative. Ooh,
Oh.
I have advantage.
Barbarians.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Okay, what do we got here? Okay, that's not bad. Definitely better than the first
so bad
roll.
for Airy.
All right, who had a high roll? Who's above 20? Anybody?
Not for me too.
All right. 19 or 18?
19.
19, Belfina.
18 Bologna.
18, Bologna.
15.
15, Mosnell.
16.
16, Woolazol. Oh, this is so nice with the magnetic pad. Airy then is
14.
14. All right. Oh, that was the easiest. Oh, this was terrific. That was the... Belfina, you're up!
Alrighty.
Top of the order.
I am going to cast on the giant
Yes.
charm monster at 6th level.
Okay.
Whoa.
You can try.
Yeah.
There's motion on the front
Alright.
door.
Oh.
Ashley's
Alright.
probably here. Okay.
I'm sorry, I lied. It's at 6th level, or 5th level instead of 6th because I guess I don't have that spell slot.
Okay. So, what has he got to save?
17 wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is a 20.
Man.
So he saves.
Elf and jeans.
Yeah, that's what I had to wear to work today.
Oh, okay.
So, Belfina, you have your staff and you come out towards it and you try to calm this massive appearing frost giant out of nowhere. And as you tell it, yo, dude, chill. You hear him go, chill,
bro.
chill. She stole my throne. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
I think I'll run and hide behind Mosnell after that.
That is a good idea. So you can move Belfina up to her movement speed.
You want to go like here behind this pillar?
Behind Mosnell. Okay, I guess I can go behind the pillar.
I'm just okay. Because there's a
Oh,
lot of
fine.
people there, and I'm not sure to pass through their spaces. And all.
Area of attack, spell. All right. Anything else before you end your turn? Okay. Bellona's turn.
Bologna. Alright. Where's Bologna again?
She is blue. Blue base.
Blue. Okay.
Here,
I'm gonna have her back. Oh, that was supposed to. Okay. I'm gonna have her back up a little bit, so like to the left and towards the elementals a little bit.
That doesn't help me, pal.
Sorry. Your right.
Yeah, excellent.
A little bit more to your right, so she gets some distance.
Okay,
How
a little
far
bit to the
away is
left
she?
now.
From which?
From the big boy.
Big boy is 5, 10, 15, 25 feet.
Okay, good. That's a good position.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna use this because he never uses it, and he really should. I'm gonna use a bonus action to designate the closest elemental as Slayer's Prey.
Dope.
So that's basically a free Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my action to attack with a repeating hand crossbow.
At the elementals or at the
At the elemental
Okie dokie.
closest.
You got it.
The same one that I marked.
You got it.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Got him.
Right. So that is gonna be a.
Bellona backs up away from the frost giant, seeing and hearing these elementals come out of the water. They don't seem to be very mobile by the looks of it. They seem to be almost like ice spikes coming out of the water as they sit there. No real features to them, but these big spikes coming out from the center spike marks it and then fires off an arrow.
16 piercing damage.
16 piercing damage. You got it.
Oof.
As the arrow goes in, you see shards of ice splinter everywhere, dealing nice damage to it.
Nice damage.
Nice.
Noise.
Okay. Doesn't she have more than one arrow attack per turn?
She does have 2 attack actions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do a second one.
Yep. Go for
The
it.
same person. That's a 23.
Hits.
Nice.
So fires off the first, fires off the second, as she's like slowly walking towards pouring into this elemental.
5 more piercing damage.
You got it.
Shush me.
You're so loud with your fork.
She's fine. All right. That brings up the frost giant's turn.
Oh boy.
Seeing Mazel in front of him, he is going to take 2 swings of his great axe as you hear him say, "I see the markings on each of you. You serve the usurper. You serve Brine."
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's going to
Yep.
swing for you. The first one is a
He has reach.
20. Yes.
Okay.
20. He's a freaking giant.
Yeah, I assume.
20 math 25, and the other one is a 17 to hit.
Both.
All right, both hit. So that is
Hit him with cold damage. I dare you.
Does it hit him enough to make him go flying?
Haha.
that'd be funny. First one is 24 points of slashing damage.
24 points of slashing.
Yeah. No. 25. I'm sorry.
25.
25. And then the next one is 22 points of slashing damage. As you see these runes on this giant great axe lighting up as they're budging into you one blow after the other. And that's going to end his turn as he says, "I will not move from my throne!" It is now Ulazal's turn.
Right. So, seeing the elementals pop up behind me, I'm going to take a step towards them, and I am
Sure.
going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay, what does that do?
I call forth Spirit Guardians to
What the-
protect me 15 feet.
Okay.
It's the unicorns.
Dope.
It's not.
How many? Just one?
No. It's a 15 feet circle around me.
Circle. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll just, I don't have a marker for that right now, but sure. As
they-
large.
What do they look like?
The unicorns?
No. It's. I'm just saying, like for Laura Bailey, it's
Yeah.
unicorns. What would it be for Tyr?
Oh, for Tyr. For the God of Balance, they might literally just be just other glowing orbs.
Okay.
Because it's all about this energy and balance of life, and they would literally be balls of energy, glowing energy.
All right, I'm feeling that. So I do that, and any creature that enters this space that is not designated as my ally has to make a Wisdom save or take damage.
Okay.
So at the start of their turns, if they're in
They are.
space, all 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Is there a
15
way I
feet.
can move to get all 4 of them?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, you
I'll
can't.
just take 3 then.
But you'll be able to get the 3.
I guess that's fine.
Yep.
All right, so that's gonna be my turn. I'm gonna stay there, and
Cool.
I'll use my bonus action to activate my shield, so I have both hands free.
Okay. That will end. His turn is now Mosnell's turn.
All right. I'm gonna say, Brian is 100 times the king you are, and swing at him.
Nice. Get him. I'm assuming you're raging. Your bonus action rage.
Ouroboros Blood Axe.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. I gotta look at it again.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 14 to hit. Oh, nah, too late.
What?
Nothing. It misses, so I'll just go for the second attack.
Yeah, it misses.
All right, but I was sloppy. I want to do
Great Weapon Master.
reckless attack, Great Weapon Master.
Sure, go for it.
Don't metagame, Zach.
No,
Better.
He was
He
saying
just needed help. No, he's
Okay, yeah, 12, so
We'll
that
get him on.
is
harmful metagame.
22.
Hits.
Get him.
All right, this is gonna be a big one.
Beefy damage. Give it to me.
All right, so that is 20.
That's a good face.
As Mosnell, the first one, he takes the blood axe. You see it get parried by the frost giant in front of you, and you hear him go, "I am the greatest king that has ever ruled the North." And then Mosnell digs deeper and then swings it around again, cutting across his chest.
35 slash. No, wait, hang on.
Great Weapon.
No, it is. Wait, hang on. 20. 30. Oh, yeah. 35 slashing.
Nice.
And necrotic.
And 6 necrotic.
Nice.
Nice.
Giant's dead. Killed him.
As you cut across, you see like the plating of his armor and get all the gashes that were on him. You create a brand new one right across, connecting some of them in different ways, and you see him scream out in a terrible bellow as you see frost giant blood starts to come out, but it then instantly freezes. You see him, it's blue.
Okay.
It's a very light blue though.
Oh, okay.
Matching like the skin of that dude.
Oh, look at that.
But
Oh, yeah.
yes,
And I forgot, I raged.
I said that to start for you. That was your bonus action. I
Two
had
more
you.
damage.
That's
Is
like
it?
on
Oh.
default. If I feel like we can all be fine with the barbarian always on his first action of combat,
Yeah.
bonus action rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of like, no, I didn't want to rage. It's like, should have said something different.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what you should have said.
So that would have been an extra 3 points of damage.
Okie
I
dokie.
forgot.
That's good.
Fine by me.
Sloppy.
You're getting back into it. Mm-hmm. All right. So that ends Mosnell's turn. Ari, it's your turn.
Kill this boy.
All right. I am going to spread out a bit. I'm gonna run towards Bologna, and then in the direction of the giant, and try and get into that kind of like corner at the edge. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to bonus action flip my dark coin.
Oh, and he's got sneak attack because he's engaged with my snow. Let's see how this goes. Roll percentage die if you're attacking
Let's
with it.
see.
I imagine that's what you're doing.
I am.
just flipping it.
Just give it a floop.
Ari rushes over.
New value 13.
13.
13's not lucky. I
Awesome.
don't like that.
All right. Ari comes over, flips the dark coin in the air as he knocks his arrow. Are you shooting with your bow and arrow, I imagine?
Yeah, my longbow.
All right, and release.
No, I whip out my gun.
Well, I don't know. I just don't want to
So make my attack.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Cool.
Pop a cap in his ass.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Man, I would like to see one of the percentages be like, Aerie turns into a parrot. You know? Like, that would be great in the middle of combat.
Yeah. Maybe.
So, attack plus sneak attack.
Go for it.
It's like that meme. You approach a warehouse. It's not like a
Alright.
werewolf, but it's a house.
It is now.
yes. Oh, it's gross in here.
Oh,
It's so gross.
It's so slimy and dark.
I hate it. Oh, D&D's the best.
31 piercing damage.
Nice.
Could you guys do that again, please?
Nice.
As the arrow goes right into where a cut between his eyes is, it looks like a sword went literally into his brain and out in the past, and the arrow goes in there doing massive damage to him, and you can see him go. It's looking pretty beat up already. You guys are doing nice.
Do I get
damage.
to know the effect of that?
Roll a 1d8?
1d8.
Yep.
Oh no. What does this
8.
do?
As the coin comes down, as the arrow is shot off, and you go to catch it in your hand, it lands in your hand, and you start hearing voices inside your head. And you take 8 points of psychic damage. As your vision starts to blur for a second, the coin almost looks like something's coming out of it towards your face, and you close your eyes and put your hand down the coin. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, this is
Oh,
not
boy.
a good one.
Not a good one.
6.
Oh no! You try to open your eyes, but you're unable to right now. As something is just inside your head, and you can hear these voices. Just it feels like your head's being squished right now.
You said it was 8 points of psychic?
Yep.
Is he essentially
Points of
blinded?
psychic.
Well, essentially, yes. His eyes are closed right now, so yes.
8 points of psychic, and I can't open my eyes.
13, unlucky. All right, it is now the ice elemental's turn.
Wisdom save
Sure.
for 3 of them.
2 fail. And what's
That's
their
okay.
wisdom? 13.
Fail.
All 3 fail.
That's 9 points of radiant and no, just radiant damage.
Neato! As all the ice elementals start to move on their turn, move their appendages, they all see the brilliance of those orbs from Tyr shine bright, and you can see some of their ice just start melting away on their turn. Each of them will take attacks, ranged attacks. One's going to do 2 against Bologna. One's going to miss. One is a 20 to hit on Bologna.
It hits.
All right. And that's going to be... what's the modifier? 10 points of ice damage. As an ice shard goes like just right out of one of its appendages and hits into Bologna.
Okay.
The 2 on the far that are far enough away from Ulazal are going to make ranged attacks. So each of them make 2. One's going to miss. One is a 23 to hit.
Shield
God damn it. What is your shield?
plus 5 to AC, so
Oh.
it's a 24.
Oh! All right. The other one rolls 2 more. Yep, those are both going to miss. So Ulazal pulls out his shield, and all these ice shards just go crashing into his armor. Unfazed. And then one more is going to take attack against Belfina. That's directly in front of him.
No.
Or it. They don't really have genders. That would be a 14 and a 19 to hit.
The 19 hits.
19 hits. That is going... Oh, that's 6 points of ice damage. As the little ice shard's a little weak one. It seems like that ball hit it, and then just this little like... and it just slowly comes across as Belfina's like staring at the frost giant, just like, what the hell's that? As it nicks her on the side. That's going to end the ice elemental's turns. That is all them. Let's see. Everybody moved this
Any of them
turn.
move?
They did not move.
Idiots.
They can't move.
Oh, okay.
As it's top of the order, all of a sudden this blizzard starts forming in front of all of you, obscuring your sight. Except for Mosnell, you can still see what is literally touching you, the frost giant. Everybody else, you have now, unless you have blind sight, you cannot see in front of you. A blizzard has struck inside here, and it is impossible to see more than 5 feet in front of your face. Thus, Mosnell has no problem right now.
Okay.
Top of the
He's
order,
right there. I can
Belfina.
touch him.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Yeah, she heard. Okay. She's thinking. She gave the
No.
acknowledgement.
I
He's excited.
didn't
You're
see-
excited.
I didn't see the acknowledgement, so I thought you were just
I got it.
ignoring
I
him,
got
giving
it.
him the cold shoulder.
Oh, like you do to me?
Oh,
Never.
oh. For a cold
Brutal.
area, there's a lot of fire going on right now.
It's actually pretty toasty in here. It's pretty.
No, it's probably because you got the heater.
It's so
on you.
nice, dude.
Good. I can turn that off too if it gets too hot.
No, it's perfect.
It was freezing down here earlier.
We're gonna see what happens when
Okay.
I do this.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth.
Oh. Do you need to see where that is?
Yeah.
But you
actually,
can
I
move
do.
though, and you have a general idea where he is, so you can
I can move. And
try
stuff.
moving toward the sound of Mosnell and the frost giant screaming at each other, which is
Yeah,
very.
we're probably making a lot of noise.
They're making plenty of noise.
Okay.
But it's half speed now. Just
How what do you got?
25, because I'm tiny.
all right. So where you are, give me a perception check with actually because of the distance, just a straight roll.
Okay.
Because you're like almost on top of it, and it's a giant.
And it's perception.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a modifier. Oh, perception I do.
Nice.
17?
Oh yeah. You definitely, as you focus into the blizzard that's going by, and you're seeing little streaks of those glowing runes on the frost giant's axe, and then you think to yourself about the nature and all the world you've experienced, and you're like, I know where it is. So now you're welcome to try and cast what you wanted to at the frost giant, if that was your intention.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth
Mm-hmm.
at 3rd level.
Yo.
Get him.
Let's see. You have to make a dex save of 17.
Okie dokie.
Do it, you coward.
Oh, natural 17. It hit on a 7 and then rolled up to the
You
17.
still do half.
No.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still do half.
Yeah. And then he has a modifier, I imagine. No, he has a... Oh!
He's a
Negative.
modifier.
He has a negative dex modifier. He doesn't save. It's -1.
Get him.
Dang.
Okay. Oh my goodness, and Justin even left his d12s here for me.
Perfect.
How thoughtful of him.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Get up.
Alrighty.
Snap, crackle, pop.
So it's a 20-foot cube
Okay.
around him, just so you know.
So Mosnell's going to get hit too. Make the dex save too, Mosnell.
Sorry, man.
Okay. No worries. I
Why,
rolled
thank you.
well.
Let's see if Mosnell hits.
Did you save? You got to beat 17.
Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
Nice.
Nice.
Half damage to you then. And you're
Okay.
raging, so depending on what
And
the
I'm raising
save is.
for another
Yeah,
half.
so
So
it's,
how much?
15. No, I'm sorry. It's 30 points of damage.
Bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning. Okay.
Yes,
So then
bludgeoning.
half for
Okay,
Mosnell.
so 15 and then 7.
That worked out pretty well.
Worked out really well. As Bologna through the storm, pointing her staff.
You go.
It's erupting earth, right?
Yes. it
So
is.
she shapes up, and all these ice shards shatter away as actual earth comes underneath him, and all these spikes come up, hitting the frost giant. Mosnell
boy.
dodging out of the way. One of them goes straight into the sternum of him, and you see the frost giant pull it out as it's shimmering around. You just barely get to see some of the looks of all that as the ice like illuminates on the glowstone shot out from the ice, just to give you that brief glimpse of the attack. All right, that will now bring up Bellona's turn.
Bellona
Actually, I need
is.
D12s. Just
Let's
kidding.
see.
Thanks. Put them all in once.
Bellona is gonna move towards Big Nasty.
How far?
I mean, she's gonna have to get right next to him.
Okay, remember rough terrain right now.
So 10.
So 15 total movement because it's 30 feet.
Right? Is that just 5 feet to get up there?
Yes.
That'll get you there.
So that's as far as I can get.
Yeah, right now, you're all like without blind sight right now, the sensation feels like you're always about to walk into a wall. You're just like you're like there's stalagmites here. It's like running in the dark, and your body's being like I don't know, this isn't right. So that's
Alright.
causing you guys to walk
I
slower.
was like, do I have True Sight prepared? Nope, not today.
Would True Sight help
does that
though? And
mean?
blind sight?
True Sight
Is
is like
everything?
ultimate sight.
Okay, because you can see
Yeah.
invisible people. That's what I knew for that.
Yeah. You can like see into
And
the ethereal
then-
plane too. It's dope.
What do I want?
Yeah, just ask for a dwarf.
Oh boy.
Was that implying that he has true sight?
Nah, he's probably just got normal.
Remember
eyeballs.
when you cast darkness on him, and then you could see his eyes through the darkness?
Oh yeah, that was scary.
Yep. That was the hint back then.
I'm going to just make 3 attacks that I would imagine at disadvantage
Indeed.
against the creature.
Yes.
So I will do first attack. That will be a. Oh my goodness.
You have sharpshooter too. I'm pretty sure.
I do. What can that help me do?
Or actually, that doesn't add to hit.
That's
sorry.
not really gonna help, right? Well, it does add to hits, but it's a -5 penalty, so I'm not gonna use it while I'm at disadvantage. So first one is a 14.
Does not hit.
Boo.
The first arrow goes off, cutting through the snow, and then you just hear this little faint, like, or the blizzard. It seems like you just kind of got pushed away.
And then
The blizzard
a
just
12 doesn't hit.
doesn't hit.
You got this. Come on. Let's get it.
And then, ooh, that's a better one. 23.
Yeah. Woo.
So
So that's my bonus action crossbow expert.
Bellona is
Shot.
shooting with the crossbow as each of the little locks in her crossbows are moving, just kind of like a revolver in hers. Unless those are the broken ones and she's reloading these manually. I don't remember. She had a whole thing. Regardless, she's shooting in the first one. She knows that didn't hit, that didn't hit, making these minor adjustments, and finally, and you can hear this onto flesh.
Darn. Just 5 piercing damage.
Hey, everything counts.
Just 5, he says.
Another arrow into the frost giant. It is now his turn. He is going to move him around Mosnell, but not get out of melee range. So, yes. So he's facing everybody, not that way, though. He's facing, yep, but still up on the throne, basically, the ice place. You can just knock that shit over. There you go. Exactly where I want him.
Oh gosh, guys. Oh boy.
I want Bellona, Belfina, and Airy with disadvantage to make dex saving throws.
No, it's not Mosnell.
Harry with disadvantage?
You're blinded at the moment.
Oh.
You're double blinded. There's a storm and there's
Alright.
your condition.
Take quadruple disadvantage.
Belfina
Ooh,
too.
I like that for Bologna.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
But you just-
reading
okay.
something.
Okay.
Don't
She-
nag
yeah, she
me.
doesn't do
So
melee.
Bologna is a 26.
Nice. Bellona, after hearing the movement of the ground of these massive steps in the frost giant,
No,
knows something's
only for
wrong
Airy.
and dives out of the way.
I am not at disadvantage for my con save, correct?
It was only
It's a
me.
deck save, and it's there's a storm making you blind to whatever's coming at you right now. So it would be disadvantage.
Oh, for
Okay.
everyone?
Because
Yes.
that
Oh, I
I
thought it was
don't
just
think
Harry
is
who
what
was
you said a moment
disadvantaged.
ago.
I apologize. Everybody has disadvantage, and then
I
Aries-
rolled a second 18 as well, so save for Bologna.
Okay, Ari just has super disadvantage, which still counts as one disadvantage. My apologies.
Yeah, you only have one disadvantage.
Oh
No.
It's a 2.
Oh, okay. And Ari?
Airy is still a 19.
What the fuck?
I know.
Airy in blindness, you see him just turn the corner as he hears Belona dive out of the way. Belfina caught up in the fog. A net comes down on top of you.
Who's Annette?
She's from Resident Evil 3. 2. You are restrained at the moment.
Oh boy.
And you don't take any damage, though. So you're just restrained. And you have a gigantic net over you with stones. And you see the... that would have been so much better if I caught more people. Mosnell, in front of you, he has advantage because you went reckless. And he's going to take his attack against you.
All right, before that happens, because he attacked them, I'm going to use Sentinel
Okay.
to
Slap.
attack him.
Okay.
Slap. Give him the slap.
30.
Let's go, dude.
Where'd my music go?
Oh, shit.
Did already stop?
Went
Did
off
we go
the
through the whole
table.
playlist? Damn. Yeah, we did.
Wow.
Start from the top again.
Okay.
I have been searching so hard lately for Escott music. For whenever that happens. I'm going, whenever it happens, it has been hard. I'm like, this just doesn't fit what I want.
I'm not ready for this.
I just, you're fine. You got time. You guys have time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's 23 slashing, 5 necrotic.
Okay. As he tosses the net, Mosnell takes the blood axe, feeling just the power it gives within you. You reach up and cut off its arm that was throwing the axe. It just comes lopped off onto the ground. You see him, oh, you wretch! And he crashes down with his frost axe onto you.
Ouch.
With advantage. So here's his attack.
Miss.
24 to hit.
24
Yes.
to
You know
hit.
the answer.
Yes.
He's a barbarian.
Yeah. My armor class is 16.
Alright.
You're just better than Charnox.
Not a great roll again. And then, wow, no. That's way below average for him. 21 to hit. As he crashes down with 21 slashing damage and an additional 2 frost. Jesus. 2 frost damage.
Is that frost damage?
Yes, which is probably just negated on you.
I have resistance.
So 1 frost damage.
Yeah! Woo!
And 21 slashing halved.
Okay.
Wilzal, it is your turn.
Right. So, seeing that everybody has turned their attention to the giant,
Can't really see much.
that's fair. I don't see that.
You can hear them.
I don't really see anything right now, though.
Yes, it's very blinding.
Can I see the dude that's in front of me?
No,
Really?
because it's ice. So you have it's
Okay.
blind, but
Yeah,
these are
yeah,
literally ice. So it's like, I
It's
mean,
like trying to see a black cat in the dark.
exactly.
Right.
They're not people. They're ice.
Can I try and target one with Toll the Dead? Because I knew where they were.
Yeah. Give me a intelligence check
Oh no.
just to remember. I mean,
Straight intelligence is a 4.
so you're gonna do it with disadvantage then.
It's a save.
Oh, it's a save.
It's a wisdom save.
What is Soul of Dead against undead or
No.
just a normal?
It's
just
a
allowed normal,
cantrip.
right?
That's
Yeah.
a save.
Okay. Then I'll give them advantage.
Okay.
That would
Fair
make
enough.
more sense. Natural 18.
Yeah, that saves.
Okay.
So that's a fat nothing.
Boom.
Rip.
So as you do Toll the Dead, a bong comes just out in the fog somewhere. Oh, hold on. The depth perception's really messing with you right now.
The whole room is spinning.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Mosnell's turn.
Mazda's turn. I'm gonna go to the giant and hit him twice
Go for it.
Get him!
with Reckless and Great Battle Master, Great
for it.
Weapon Master. What the hell it is? Oh, That is 26 to hit. All right, so we'll do damage first. Oh, all right, so that's
Big mistake.
okay.
We searched for it for an hour.
Sure did. And he got stabbed for it.
I got 20.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's 41 points of slashing.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
And,
Yeah! Got him,
Hey.
dude.
and 5 necrotic.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Let's see. I'm gonna hit him in the leg to like knock him down to a knee and like so his like head and neck are down by me.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna start chopping at his neck until his head comes off.
With
Got
like
it.
each chop, it's like you're going through ice, and just this ice is going everywhere as you're going further and further through, and eventually a clean cut off with his head, and you can hear the King of the North being like, "Brian!" under his breath and yelling it out as his voice box is being eliminated, and as he does, it dissipates. The snowstorm around you and the ice elementals are nowhere to be found. He is
Oh, so that's why I missed.
combat is ended.
Long live the king.
Oh, thank you.
I was so hoping.
As the revenant of the King of the North, the old King of the North, has been defeated. With that, on his throne, you do see a portal open up.
Ooh.
Do we move forward?
Yeah,
Is there
nothing
anything-
else here.
Oh, Arian, you're like, with this all ending, you come back to your senses, you open your eyes, everything's fine at this point. The coin looks fine. You shake off whatever was happening to you.
It blinded me or something. I don't even know.
Ari, are you messing with dark powers again?
Let's just move forward.
Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna walk over and inspect the body.
Sure.
I'm gonna look around for those rock things we're supposed to.
Bellona is gonna go
be getting.
over and help loot the room.
Okay. So go ahead and make investigation checks.
14.
12.
Looking around the room, most of it is just ice. For the Revenant of the King of the North, doesn't really need possessions. It seems the more you look over it, this is a creature that has been stewing in like some sort of lost limbo from the moment he lost his duel with Brian. So on him, most of his stuff is like just the axe. He's very ethereal. He has no money on him. Tool wise, he just had the net that obviously you guys helped Belfina get free of by the end of the fight.
Thanks, man.
In my head, like the net was just so wide, it just kind of like landed. around
Honestly,
her.
realistically, it probably she would have just been.
Oh.
Yeah, it would have just went through her. But I guess the stones could have like wrapped around her in
Yeah, I
one of
guess
those
so.
fun ways, you know, that you see. But regardless, there's not really substance of anything you guys can use in here. There's none of the glass that you guys were looking for. It's just a basically frost tomb, and not like an Egyptian one where they bury themselves with their belongings.
Is the net made out of rope?
Yes, it is.
Can I harvest some of that?
Absolutely.
All right.
It is a lot.
I'll take another 50 feet.
You got it. And it's it's enlarged though too, so it's
So
like
it's extra
thick. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Does anyone want to take any of this? There's plenty.
Maybe just take a couple lengths and put them in the bag.
All right.
Easy enough to do. You can add another 25 to 50 feet, whatever you deem is appropriate for your character.
I'm just adding.
He's harvesting
some
rope. Everybody else is just staring at Ulazal and Aerie gathering some rope.
You guys are gonna thank me later when you fall off a cliff and you need extra thick rope.
Oh, okay.
All right. I've harvested the rope.
Excellent. All right.
That was much less exciting than I thought what you were doing.
I think I'll take like you took 50 feet.
Yeah.
I'll put another 50 feet in the bag.
Sure. That's totally fine.
All right.
There's still plenty left. So, in it goes. Just keep track of the weight on that, how much crap you got in there, because there are limits.
Yep.
But I think you guys are all right at the moment. All right. You guys want to go through the portal or chill out in this tomb? Up to you.
Let's move forward.
Actually, I was thinking of taking a nap. No, let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean, up to you. All right. In you go. There's runes above it once again.
Good luck.
And thanks for taking that off. You can take your characters off.
Guys, we did so good. He was a lot weaker than I was expecting.
He was a rebel.
How is he the king?
We're just fucking strong.
I mean,
Think about one-on-one combat, too, lore-wise.
I guess.
See, when you're so used to me throwing bullshit at you guys, that was just like a normal fight.
Man, that must be nice.
Justin's been asking for so long. It's just a normal fight,
And Justin wasn't here.
Classic.
so.
Hooray! Where are we? Oh, God. Sorry, Eric.
You move this up just a little bit, because I kind of gotta get them on above so they can see it above. You guys are in front there?
In the front here?
Yes,
Okay.
that would be the front.
Squad's rolling out. How long has it been? Just for Spirit Guardian's sake?
How long does that take?
10-minute duration.
10-minute duration. Oh, to harvest the rope? Yeah, that'd be good.
Alright, that's fine. I make the rules. Look at him. He's got his maps all planned out. That's brilliant.
If you invest this much bullshit in the Dwarven Forge, you're gonna fucking use it.
Yeah, right? So that was the third trial, right?
Oh, Reed, I thought of a good song for Escott. I don't know if it's what you're going for, but I was just thinking about it in my head,
Yeah.
and I thought it worked pretty good.
Well, what was it, Ryan?
Just keeping you on the hook there.
Revenge of the Sith,
Oh.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan. That song.
That's a pretty good one, but not quite what I'm looking for. But that's a good one. That's along the lines. I think I did
It's just-
find it though.
This song is like epic, but also like depressing and terrifying.
Yes.
And that's how I felt during the one shot with Escott. Like when he walked in, I was thinking about that song playing while he was like walking in, like, "Oh, you're dead." And I was like, "Oh man, oh that's good."
I just
Oh
found
man, I'm dead.
I just found an image of him too that I really like that we'll use for his likeness. So
Yes.
you guys buckle up is what I'm gonna say. So the North Arc is going to end soon. The North Arc, but it's still the entirety of what's going on.
Why is North 4.5 and not just 5?
The Elemental Orbs is 4.5
Right.
because it was happening at the same time. So then 5 would be like it's afterwards. And
Gotcha.
it's like doesn't really make sense because it's not.
I see you.
So that's why I went with 4.5.
Okay.
But we're gonna have Arc 5 is about to start. I think it might not. It depends on how some things go, but
We're gonna.
I think when
we're gonna
you
be
see-
king of the pirates now.
when you see the yeah, just pull forward and we're fucking off. Hey Matt, I don't give a fuck about your war. That's not a me problem.
We're gonna be pirates.
But I think if you see the title, you're gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be a very different tone for what the Arc 5 is gonna be. And we might stick with the
Super
Phandlin.
happy-go-lucky.
Yes, you nailed it. Not even worth keeping a surprise. Yes, we're going to the Feywilds. All right, spoiler. It's gonna be a lot of that.
It's a bad place.
Can you even?
There's
even
obvious
more?
evil, and then there's tricky evil.
Try and pull it towards you even more.
Obviously.
There you go. just so they have a little more to look at. All right, as you all enter into this room,
The shadows make it look pretty cool.
yeah, it does. There's next to no light in here. Let's see, we got something mysterious going on.
Good thing we got those glowstones.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Something mysterious. I'm gonna try and find some mysterious music and I'll send it to you. Oh, that's pretty mysterious. That's pretty fucking mysterious.
I'm very mystified currently.
Alright, I'm gonna send this over to you guys.
Dude, who's been watching The Mandalorian?
Of course.
Stop.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Enjoy.
Bill Burry.
Dude, I couldn't take to anything with Bill seriously at that point.
I knew you were gonna say that.
As soon as I saw him, I'm like, because he was bitching about Disney for so long, and then as soon as they give him Disney money, he's all in. He's like, I'll fucking start an episode. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
What happened to Bob?
I thought he actually played it pretty good. I like
because
this.
your thing reset. Do it.
Do it.
Are we an hour in? So we're recording.
Nice.
Thanks.
It's very strange. It shouldn't have reset like that, though. Something went up funky with Discord.
That was the name of my third album.
Something went funky with Discord.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man, I can't wait until we get a long rest.
Inside here, you hear this this hum. Unlike the other room, there's just this low pulsing hum and just little bits of like purple glow inside here. The area itself is very difficult to see, and there's this long cast shadow all toward. Actually, where is it on there? I guess it's away from you all. We'll play it by the way it looks. Away from you of all these different pillars and structures inside here. You're free to look around and try and figure out what the heck's going on inside this area. Beneath you, it seems like everything's metallic. It has this steel sword-like feeling all around you.
I take out a glowstone
Yeah.
and I walk around to investigate the room.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Alright, I shouldn't have said investigate. Can I look around the room
You can
instead?
give me a perception check. Your
Alright.
DM's fine with that.
Let's see.
Woo!
Bologna.
Nice.
How big are those pillars in this middle area?
In the middle area, those don't seem to be as large. They seem to be only about like 8 feet in height and thin, and they don't look to be too heavy. They don't look like these titans where some of the other pillars that you can see in the distance already look like immovable. Like those things are lock and key. Area ain't gonna be pushing up.
8 feet is the largest in the dimension that they are.
The ones in the middle, yes, in height.
I'm gonna go to the one from Bologna's perspective.
Yep.
Far side to her right. No, so like in that center box.
The center box.
The pillar, so not that one, but the one in front of it. I'm gonna
Bologna.
touch it,
Bologna.
and I'm gonna cast light on that pillar.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Not
So
bad.
that illuminates
So-
the whole pillar, right?
So it'll illuminate the whole pillar and cast 20-foot bright light, and then 20 foot beyond that, dim light.
Sure. As Bologna casts that, you see like this rain cloud form above and starts pouring over, and this beautiful light starts emanating, this green light. Pours over 20 feet, another 20 feet, as Uzal has this blue light, and as the two are contrasting in this area, and you can see these strange structures, all metallic in nature, and you can hear this hum within some of them, and other of them don't have a hum. The one that Bologna casted the light on does have a hum right now. Ulazal, you walked by one of them that did have a hum. That would be that one as you were looking around.
I'm gonna have Bologna just kind of inspect that pillar, and I'll have Ari inspect the one on the far side opposite of Bologna, and both of them just looking for like runes or any indicators on these pillars.
Sure. Go ahead and make investigation checks for the two of them.
With my natural 20 for a 25 on perception.
Oh,
What else do I
yes.
get From the room?
You notice runes on the floor in giant.
Hey, Mosnell, can you read these?
Yeah, I guess so.
Airy is a 11 or is this investigation, right?
Yes, because you guys are feeling up
Yeah.
the pillars, trying to figure it out.
11 investigation for Airy
Okay.
and 21 for Bologna.
Okay. First, Ulzal points out because he rolled the natural 20 earlier, and Mosnell is seeing the runes right now, and he asks him to read them.
Oh right. This is how the stuff hits the fan.
And I'll read it
Okay.
out loud.
Well, I'm just gonna send it to you. So.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
I'm gonna head over by Bologna. Man, that was fast walking for me. Ting, 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 ting. Run.
So it says, the storm has noticed you. Find your path through the light, and an audience is yours.
As you say that, the one that Bellona's looking at lights up,
woo! Wow.
and from it, a beam of blue lightning shoots into
Blue lightning. Freaking dope.
another of the pillars that I have just marked right there.
Purple.
Yep. So this purple lightning is just going toward whatever this metallic structure is.
Are there rocks on the ground?
No, everything's metal.
Okay. Is there any loose chunks?
You could, well, with your 25, I'll tell you no.
Okay.
This room looks
Investigation.
pristine. It looks.
Very
His was
clean.
perception.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're not seeing anything like that. The 21, she obviously now notices lightning coming out of the statue. With the 21 too, it looks like there's a little give to the this pillar here.
Oh. Mosnell.
Hmm?
And I'm gonna have her shift around to her right, so that we like rotate, or she rotates, maneuvers around the pillar towards Airy, but staying within distance of the pillar.
Other side. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think we could try and maybe turn this so the lightning is shooting at another one of the pillars?
We can give it a shot.
All right, go ahead and move Mosnell over there.
They're not being zapped.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna, if you'll allow it, I'd like to try and turn it to the right so that it's pointing at the other pillar within the center area. Having them move out of the way and have Bologna assist Mosnell.
Okay. You can absolutely try that. So
Try
everybody
to
give me
spin
strength
it.
checks.
Can I give him advantage?
Sure.
Yeet.
I know your strength is garbage, so sure.
Yeah, Bologna is the same as Airy, a -1.
Dump stats.
We're helping you. I'm doing all the work.
I'm
Non-natural 20.
assisting.
Natural 20, did you just say?
Non-natural 20.
Okay.
All right. So Maz now, with the help of his dear friends, you guys start to turn it, and you actually find you're moving the whole thing.
Ooh.
And you shift the whole thing, find in place, it moves, and you point it toward the other one, but the lightning is now stopped, and it is not going toward the other one as Hunter may have intended, or Airy or Bella.
Oh.
So it is no longer lightning going towards it.
Did anything
All
happen
right,
to
let's turn it back.
It's fine. You guys were able to turn it back. And the lightning comes back on.
What happens to that rock when it hits it?
You gotta go check it out, my guy. Go over and look at
I'm
it.
gonna go over and look at it.
All right. As you give me an investigation check of the rock.
3.
As you come over, you start to touch it and immediately get shot. You take
Give me that. Give me that juicy damage.
2 electric damage.
That's gonna
lightning
be
damage.
That's gonna be important later.
Ah!
Yeah, that hurts.
You didn't get a good look. Too
I
busy
got
getting
melted
lit up.
Man, this place
I'm
is
gonna-
dangerous.
So Airy
Yes.
with his dark vision
Yes.
is now gonna go out to the edges of the room and see if there's like a conduit that we're trying to arc this lightning to.
Sure. Give me a perception check. And you're fine too, because the glow from the glow rocks that are in here and the pillar, even though it's on the opposite side of where Aries checking, the room is starting to look a lot more illuminated.
And that is perception, correct?
Yes.
That's a 16. So that is a 23.
One of the earlier glows of purple you actually find in the far back. One of them has some electricity pulsing through it right now. And with your 23, as you've been looking around, you notice some of these pillars have strange markings on them, and some have reflections on them.
It's a light puzzle.
In addition to that, as you get towards the back, you see there's actually mirrors all around the back, and as you come close to it, you can see your own reflection in the mirror.
Okay, so where is
Is he
the
perturbed by his own appearance?
area of
What?
where's the conduit
Yeah,
with the
he's got a beard.
electricity
Didn't know that last time.
within the room?
You know, I think about
Where
that
is
sometimes.
the
When was the
second
last
one
time
you're
it was
asking?
well shaped?
Yes.
It is the far back corner over here. I'm not even sure if you can see it. It's so far over
Okay.
there. So that one, I'll put a little near that. Aries right now
Okay.
walking around that
Do you
area.
have a second
Yeah.
marker?
Do I have a second mark?
I can give you a hand, pal.
Is there any way I can go around and just kind of mark the pillars so we know which one has runes on it versus which one has mirrors?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just do that. I'll make that easier. That's already.
Hey, let's go.
That's a great question. It'd be easier for me to do than to shout at you. So.
And then especially important is whichever one the lightning is currently shooting at in the middle, what that marking has on it.
Sure. Then this one would be the. I don't know what my symbol I want to be for the room, so I'll just do that. I think that's 5.
Are these rooms gigantic in nature?
They seem to be intricate carvings and less runes.
Ooh, fancy.
So the U, the horseshoe, the half circle, unfinished half circle, those are mirrors, and any phi symbols are runes. I'll say all of you talking to one another would figure that crap out. Saying, hey, go look for runes, go do this, do that.
Yeah, I'll come back and I'll relay. There's an area in the back corner over there that might be an exit point for this electricity, and then each of these blocks have differences to them. Some of them have mirrors on them, possibly to reflect, and some of them have runes on them that I'm not sure what that entails.
So that first one.
Is a mirror.
Is a mirror.
Yes.
Is there like a visible mirror on it, or
Yes,
is it like?
on the back side?
So if we, Uluzo goes over and tries to.
Wait. Mazda, let's turn the lightning off for a second.
Probably a good call.
Okay.
You guys move
We'll
it. It cuts
shift
off.
it just a little bit,
Yep.
and then let's turn the mirror around.
All right.
Turn the mirror around.
You can now without any problem.
Hey, look at
You
that.
don't get shocked.
Thanks.
So you and your team are able to turn it around, and now there's a mirror facing directly towards it at the moment.
Directly.
Can we
Back at it.
try and angle it so it goes to
One with a
the rune one closest to Zach?
This one?
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Let's try and angle it towards that, because I want to see what it does to the rune ones when we activate it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's shift it back.
Okay. You guys shift it back. The lightning comes back out. Oh. Hey. I knocked it out. Stood up. The lightning comes out, zaps into it, bounces off the mirror, hits a rune one, and you can see half the runes on it light up, and it looks like another half of it aren't lit up right now.
Huh.
And you can hear that wonderful crackle as this purple is like illuminating the entirety of these areas, arcing in the sky, and then you notice above you is all mirrors as well, and you can see yourselves reflected up top.
Ooh.
Is the one close to the activated pillar but not the mirror one? Is that which one is that again?
Which
Block? That one.
one? That's a phi as well.
Okay. Let's.
That's a 5. Oh, that's brutal. Boy.
That's a teacher moment if I ever saw
Looks
one.
like a V for Vendetta symbol.
There you go.
Do any of the pillars in the center area still hum,
No.
or is it only the one?
There's only
Okay.
one in the center humming right now.
And
I can
the exit, the other electric point, the other conduit.
The other one is way back there. That's humming.
And it was it just against the wall, or was it another pillar?
Another pillar.
Hmm.
Maybe we're just hitting the wrong one. Maybe we should try hitting one that's closer.
Let's try that. Let's turn it off, change the mirror, and go for that closer rune one.
This one?
Yeah, let's try that one next.
All right. You guys switch it. Yep, you can cut that off. As you shoot to the other one, you see the lightning hit the top of it again, and you see half of it glow, the other half doesn't.
Okay. So let's go to the other lightning point, and I'll lead Mosnell over to there.
All right, all the way to the back.
Yeah.
Yep. So you
And
guys are in
let's
that back
see.
corner.
Let's try and angle that if it is gonna shoot off, angle it towards the mirror in the direction of Zach and Emily.
Yep.
Pillar with the mirror.
You guys attempt to move it, and it only rotates, and you're just rotating, and you can still see the lightning in it, the electricity in it, but it's not shooting out at the moment.
Okay.
So it's a conduit. It's a
I
receptacle.
still want it in the direction of that mirror, I think.
Okay, that's fine. That is noted. It is facing the far mirror.
Which one is the closest? Is this easy to move?
Relatively.
So we've tried this one and this one. Let's turn it off and just try this one just to make sure.
It won't reach there. Oh, if you're trying to bounce it off the mirror, yeah,
Oh,
you can do.
yeah.
Remember, you're always coming to this one first.
Yeah.
So if it hits there, you again see as the lightning hits that, half the room.
Okay, so
shows.
we shouldn't hit the runes yet. Or we need two different lightning sources. None of the
Let's-
other ones are humming.
Not yet.
Let's turn it off, and let's try and hit each side of the ruined one to see if it changes based on the side we're hitting.
Okay. So you want
So
So we want to hit each individual side of what each of these is what I'm thinking that you're saying, right?
to see if it has a different effect based on the direction that rock is pointing.
Okay. After the first two, you guys notice that it's still lighting up top half, no matter what orientation the other one is. Top half on, bottom half off.
Okay.
So I think we should just start bouncing some lightning off some mirrors.
Can you move the board a couple inches towards Zach?
Yep. Keep going. Do as much as
A
you can.
little bit further. Okay, there we go. That's
better.
a better perspective.
Mosnell, what do you make of all this?
There's a lot of pillars and mirrors.
That there are.
What was that?
oh, here. It's like an ominous voice. Oh, shit.
So if I angle this this first mirror, where is the next closest?
The next closest mirror is
So if I
that's closest, but the only one we could actually hit on a good angle is the one away from you, straight across.
You could hit. Yeah, so you could hit this one. You could hit this one. Either of these two.
I'm thinking if we go away from you to your right and then back to that one, we can angle it all the way across the far side and hit the conduit.
So over here to the right, angle this all the way over there. This guy's gonna get
No, so to the right,
this one.
that one to the right now. That mirror, then towards you,
Oh, I see.
all the way across.
Will that be a straight shot? There's this one's kind of blocking you. But I suppose
No.
we could-
So you go directly left.
Let's just
Or- yeah,
just start doing it. So
Yeah.
here, lightning, right?
right.
Yep.
Now where do you want to go?
Directly away from Zach.
Here or here?
There.
This one?
Yep. So I'm coming from like Zach's literal position,
Yep. So lightning hits.
and then to the mirror that's to the right of Zach.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Hits.
And then the mirror that's same side towards Zach. That one, yes.
Yep. And you see this and then instantly bounce, the orientation is right now, and hit this rune. Is it glow? All of it's glowing. Yes! We did it! It's all glowing.
It's all glowing.
And you hear some
more humming.
not humming, but you hear the shifting of stuff. You hear this.
Now has lightning started coming out of the other conduit?
No, nothing else yet. You just have a lightning all the way into this thing that's glowing right now, and you heard something happen with it.
All right.
Now, if I have everybody move out of the way in this middle area, can I arc the current mirror so that it crosses directly opposite to the other side?
You want to change it so it kind of shoots across this way?
Yeah.
As you guys come around and you start messing with this, you see the runes fade as you change the lightning on this, and you hear the and the lightning only gets about to the box before it fades off and just
Okay. I was wondering if it would go all the way off.
Yeah, no, fair point, but there you are.
All right.
So when this one's completely lit up, are any of the other pillars beginning to hum?
Nope, but that is glowing, and you are hearing humming from this one here. When you guys turn it back, and I'm gonna assume you're turning it back since you're asking.
Yeah, we
The
reset
lightning
it
goes back,
so that
and you
it-
see the thing. You hear the noises again with it and the runes.
Maznel, can you say the the phrase again?
Sure. Same one as before.
Yeah.
All right. The storm has noticed you. Find your path through light, and an audience is yours.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
Is there?
Can we try and angle the beam so instead of hitting that room,
First, what were you gonna say?
it hits the one in the middle of that little circle of lightning?
Okay, we'll try that in a moment. What were you gonna say?
Okay.
Is there any kind of machination on the pillar that's all lit up?
Give me an investigation check.
11.
As you turn, you notice the backside of it has opened up.
Ooh.
And in there, you see a strange-looking idol.
Hey guys, there's a strange-looking idol in here.
Do you touch it?
I don't know if I want to touch it.
Untouch it.
What does it look like?
As Mazel comes over and snatches it,
Oh God, you idiot!
it has these strange-looking masks on it, and you hear this. All these strange noises inside your guys' heads. It's making quite a lot of noises, and you can hear it and feel it vibrating a little bit.
It's very excited.
So Mosnell, why don't you let's try and bring this over to one of the other lightning pillars, perhaps.
Oh, all right.
All right. Mosno casually walks over to one. Anyone in particular, Mosno?
The one on the same side that's closest to the
As you approach it, you start seeing the runes and inscriptions on the idol and on its mask start to glow, and a slot opens up on one of the one you approach, and it looks like there's a small little box you might be able to heave this guy into.
Yeet!
Yeet him in there.
Here goes nothing.
You turn to dust.
You see purple lightning strike, and it turns on.
Where's the purple lightning striking? Because we're all like right there.
At the top of it.
Okay.
These are conduits.
Cool.
And the lightning right now is just shooting towards this. And you just see
Okay.
at the moment.
Can we, from the angle it's at right now, can we hit the last mirror in the sequence and hit the rune area, like in the center of all the lightning?
This one, right?
Would that be a possibility?
So
He's saying bounce this from there to there to there.
If it's in that current positioning, just based on how it is right now.
You would have to bounce it off this mirror because it has to bounce off a mirror to get this far. The lightning doesn't reach that far
So it has
across.
to go from like
That's a 5.
here to
So
here.
that doesn't have a mirror.
Okay, good. But could we go?
Can we turn the last mirror sequence so that it hits the rune in the center of all the lightning, just to see if it triggers anything?
The rune in the center of all the lightning, this guy?
Yeah.
Sure. So we bounce it off this mirror and then straight to this.
I was gonna have it do the full sequence,
So
but on that last mirror, instead just change it so it's hitting that rune now.
Sure. As it hits that rune, you see it light up almost all the way, but it seems like it's missing one more source.
So many symbols.
Don't overthink it.
I'm not really sure what's going on. Not gonna
we're
lie.
bouncing some lightning around.
No, I know. I've got that much, but
Puzzle stuff.
yeah, and like I missed the first part because I went to the bathroom at an inconvenient time and never really caught back up.
Doing that, you're still missing some power. All they're doing right now is trying to create paths with the glowing orbs, and 2 of them are off. And we just found out that they could get an idol to turn this on by putting enough power into something with these symbols, these 5 symbols I have around here. It's the zero with a slash through it, and anything with like a horseshoe represents a mirror, so we can bounce stuff off.
Okay.
And they've also learned that you can move these. You can move those wherever you want within the box.
Within the box.
Mm-hmm. You guys would have tested that by now. I also don't want to do this all night.
So is there any way we can hit more of them and still get it to hit that? What if we? That's a rune. So from here to here to here to here.
Right, but then you lose the other one.
So they all gotta be active at the same time, even though we already got the idol.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are good at the moment.
What do you guys think?
I mean, that one's almost completely on, the one you have right now. It just
Are we able to move the pillar we're next to so that it's hitting that same mirror?
Yes. As you guys try that, it does. And the
Hooray.
glow goes off, and you hear a similar sound open. As you have double the power.
Quick, Delphina, go get it.
Okay, I run and get it.
You find an idol with another strange-looking mask on it. Bringing the idol back, you find it in that slot over there. It opens up. You gotta like jump up a little, put in, and it turns on.
Slam
another...
dunk it.
Wham! In you goes. Hearing some strange voices. I don't like this. And it's in there.
Out of here.
Can we move the new pillar?
Actually,
and then
with that, the lightning is now bouncing. As soon as that turns on. Hitting that, and that would be. This is all the runes are on in that one.
Oh, cool. Does it open up?
You don't hear it open up.
So, what if
We rotated this guy to shoot here, and then to either one of these. So, blam, 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 blam. That won't reach this one. Okay, that won't get there. Here to here to here to here. There. And there. Or there. Take it there. Well, this is a conduit, so it's not a mirror bouncer. So this is just enhancing the lightning to that one right now.
is there a way for us to rotate this one to hit that?
No, not from that position.
Can I push the second glowing orb all the way diagonally?
To here?
All to the other one.
To this one?
So they're next to each other, just like before.
Just like before? Yeah. As you hit that, you would increase that.
Okay.
This is still open though, but the power is much stronger. But you don't hear any change like you did with the other ones. But this is completely glowing in runes right now. And you have 2 bits of lightning going into this.
I rotate it until it opens.
What? I'll punch you.
It's glowing, but maybe it's the wrong. You gotta turn it.
Oh, give me an investigation check, or a perception check rather,
I want to help.
Go
Give
for
a
it.
perception.
please.
12.
12,
I. Yep,
28.
28. That's why I wanted to help.
Well,
Your perception's nuts.
as
Yeah.
Mosnell's looking at it and he's turning it,
Just don't ask me for
a glow catches your eye, but not here, but in the mirror. You actually see it open in the mirror. You can see an idol inside the mirror at the edge of the room.
Oh,
Whoa!
there's an idol in that mirror.
I run and get it.
You run into the mirror.
No, I don't run to the mirror. I walk like a sensible human being up to the mirror and look to see what I see.
You see yourself
In the
approaching the mirror.
And I look from where the mirror is. Is there an opening with an idol?
Yes,
Okay.
on the other side. Yes, of the mirror.
Okay. So, where is that on here? I'm not gonna get electrocuted if I walk there, right?
You are right now facing the mirror that way. Oh my God! Do your stretches, boy.
So,
And then you see a perfect reflection of this room.
right.
It's all down the side here is mirrors, and above you is mirrors.
So, can we tilt that?
Like
So that it's hitting the upside down?
you can move Actually, if you move it,
I also don't want to hit the ceiling if it's going to mean raining lightning upon everyone.
you can rotate that one, but you find no lightning comes out in any of the other positions. It's a straight like lightning conduit and not a mirror.
Okay.
There's only one position in which lightning comes out on
So,
that one.
so there's a mirror here, which is portraying this.
Yeah, opposite the wall right now. So like, again, off the map, so they can't see it exactly.
Yeah.
But right now, you see this open with an idol
Oh, okay. So
over here.
I walk over here.
Okay.
I reach my hand in.
Okay. And you hit the wall.
Okay. Can I walk over to the mirror?
Sure.
Can I reach my hand in?
As you go to reach into the mirror, you hear yourself on the other side of the mirror, and it's like a underwater type of sound, and you hear, I think it's some sort of illusion. It looks like us on the other side. I don't know if we should interact with this. And you see Airy, like, what haven't we done at this point? And Maz now just like, I'm so bored. As he's sitting against his pillar opposite on the screen, similar to your guys' stances, but now you're seeing the different flaws. Like this, they're not quite perfect reflections of you guys.
Can I communicate with myself?
You can try.
Can I wave?
As you wave, you see Wilzal in reflection. I'm waving to myself. Someone help me here. They seem very disinterested in the Wilzal in the reflection.
I like sign to him like, if I touch this, you're not gonna mess with me, right? Like, we come in peace.
Wilzal signs back. Do you come in peace?
I show him my holy symbol.
He likes that. He shows you his holy symbol.
Oh shoot, it's the same one! Oh, look at that!
You can see the rest of the group on the opposite side just shaking their heads right now.
Aries gonna
one
walk
as you.
over, wondering what he's doing over here.
Yeah.
Hey,
And you
Airy.
see the other Airy walking over too in the reflection.
It's us, look.
I walk over.
Do I see the idol?
You guys do see the idol in the reflection. The area you see, though, instead of the tattoos that you're used to that are purple, his are white.
How dare you?
Amazna
I'm
walks
just gonna-
over, and he seems to have a different tone to his skin. It's a lot brighter than what his current tone is. Where he has more muted colors, the one Maslow you know, this one has more brighter, like rosier
You should come
cheeks.
over for this.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah.
There's one of the idols to turn on the electric pillars.
Turn back. I don't see an idol. I see an idol on your side.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I think we might have to pass through to the other side.
You see
'Cause-
Ulazal? That sounds like the right thing to do. And you see Bellona on the opposite side. Yeah, it sounds like a trap.
I try to touch the mirror.
As you touch the mirror, other Mazel touch the mirror, and you can feel the touch of this other self of you touching.
High five.
You guys high five in the mirror, and then there's like a crack as you guys do it on both your
Ooh.
sides.
Oh boy. Probably don't do that.
Nope. That's bad.
Alright.
I try to pass through.
As you pass through, give me a
Do I have guidance active?
wisdom saving throw.
Ah!
Shit. That could be either way with that
Oh
nod.
boy.
That
Oh
could
boy.
be either way.
Oh boy.
It's 13.
Okay.
13. As you start to try and pass through it, you can feel like this liquid, and then it like rebounds you back.
Can I try?
Sure. Make a wisdom saving throw.
which one should I use?
This one.
16.
16. As you start going through, the other Ulazal starts going through, and the two of you pass through.
Oh, it's
As you pass into this place, you feel strange. There is something that you feel like you just left behind. You can't put your finger on it, but there's a new emptiness that is just slowly growing in you right now.
I hurry over to the idol, grab it, and
All right.
head back.
As you go to grab it, the other one is rushing over to grab it as well. As soon as you grab it and you look up, you're back on the right side, and he's on the other side.
Ooh,
Thumbs up.
He gives a
that
thumbs up.
works.
What?
Everyone just
I'm gonna miss other Ulazal.
Yeah. Seems like a nice guy. I take the idol out.
you see the other Maz now. We can trade.
I'm gonna walk a few paces like down the wall,
Yep.
kind of get a little bit of away from the group. Does other Airy follow?
Of course he does. You shady fuck. He's you. Of course he does. Of course he does.
Did you pick the deer?
As you say that, he looks at you. Did you pick the beast?
I did.
I did.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And I'll go back to the group.
As he does the same.
All right, which pillar's busting? The only one remaining, I
Yes.
guess.
So you go back and you slam dunk a tiki in there. As you do,
Take that, puzzle!
as you hit that, the 4 lightnings are actually in a chain at this point. That would hit the other symbol. So we got 2 there. That hits that. That one's still reflecting those. That's empty. So you have one that is just currently lightning striking that. God, hit me. But you can now see, like, this is now glowing. All these are glowing. You have, like, what looks to be like this area is glowing and that area is glowing. It just seems like these last 2 here, and this is only half glowing, is what's going on. Okay. So, adjust this so that it hits here. Okay. And where do you want to reflect to?
Try that first because it's half glowing.
This one or this one. That one was half glowing, but it goes off as soon as you come off it, and then the reflection it's back to half.
Okay. What about this one?
That one, you see it at it hits there. It is at 1/4.
1/4. So what if we bounce? So if we go from here to here, can we bounce it to here? Get that juicy amplification.
Nope.
Okay. So this one is like super lit right now, right?
Yep.
And it was lit when we had just one, right?
Yep.
So what if we moved one of these over here to do the same thing to that one, I guess?
Sure.
So there are 2 going to this one.
As you move this one over, these 3 hit as a conduit as well, and this sparks forward to here off this mirror and also hits this one. So you guys had this line, and everything seems to be ablaze at this point. That one's there, that one's there, that one's there. Everything's glowing full except this one's still at half. Yep, you push that one down. And with that, even though the connections are cut, you guys still see the lightning arcing. And when all 4 now aligned, that center one turns into a portal.
Woo!
And opens up.
Hey!
Symmetry.
I hope you enjoyed the little puzzle.
It's better than fighting Ragnarok.
All right.
So,
That was the hardest thing I've done all day.
boom. Now that's how you live.
All right.
That was awesome. You picked up on that instantly. Proud of you.
We did it.
I was a little worried though when you were like, "I want to investigate it," and Hunter's like, "Let me try something else." I'm like, "Oh no, they'll be here all night." I think he was on something.
Don't be a hero.
Let me just hear him out.
I feel ya. Is it a fancy looking portal? And any runes around it?
You bet.
What do the runes say?
What? I'll just tell you. I'll type it to him. It says storm giant.
Storm giants. All
That's
right.
what it says.
Yep.
How's everybody feeling?
Um,
Anybody seriously, grievously wounded?
I'm doing all right.
Mosnell
Bologna.
took a few heats.
I'm a little beat up.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm a bit beat up too. I could benefit from a rest for a bit.
Yeah. Do we want a short rest?
Sure. And if you guys want to take a break or play through, up to you. We end at 9:45, so up to you guys.
Let's take an hour, just rest out a little bit.
Okay. So go ahead and take a short rest. And I mean, in real life too, if you want to take a break, this would be the time with 45 minutes.
5 minute,
Sure. Let's take a 5-minute break when you guys
just
take
so
a short
everyone
rest.
can go to.
All right. Welcome back. As you guys step through the portal after your rest, is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
I'm not railroading you here. You can run away.
Yeah.
I turned back.
Into the mirror. There's a portal in the mirror.
I headbutt the mirror. No going back.
Bring me back. It's like Morty when he gets perfectly balanced. Oh, lambs to the slaughter.
Oh, it's all wrong.
So uneven. All right. As you guys come through, a very familiar memory to Bellona, as she sees in front of her a coast, and you see these docks leading out to the coast. And in the sky, there's this clouds, a storm cloud, just lightning going off in the distance. It's dark, but the beach is light. It's like it's a sunny day, but the sky is pitch black, giving this very uneasy feeling. As you look to the behind you, the portal's no longer there, but as far as you can see is the sand meeting a jungle. Excuse me. Oh my god, I should not have eaten anything.
Mistakes were made.
All the way down the coast are just somewhat familiar trees. Sort of remind you a little bit of Younggook.
You're saying that there are trees here?
Yes. And there's beaches as far as the eye can see, but there's just one dock that Bellona remembers that Brian was talking to the storm giants on at one point.
I'm pretty sure anyway.
This is the final place before where Brian met the giant.
Well, Mosnell, it seems like you're the only one here who knows how to speak giant, so it seems like you'll be our diplomat today.
Oh man.
Zach,
Guess
I need to prove I'm right.
there's a day for everything, I guess.
Great distances.
Oh.
All right.
Well, Lion's just
Do you walk up the dock? Do you walk up the dock? Okay, I didn't
No,
see
we
if he nodded.
stand there
Hey, again,
for an hour.
you can do whatever you want, all right?
I
take
sit
a
down.
second short rest
It's-
on the dock.
You guys are honestly, I keep reading horror stories
I
about
commit
parties
ritual seppuku.
that just are genocidal maniacs that ignore everything the DM says. So, like, do what you want, all right? You guys are normally reasonable, and even when you're not, we have fun bee adventures. So, I think it's a win-win.
Like
Anyway.
the time I turned into a giant hornet.
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess that's the time that he was referring to when he said giant bee adventures.
Yes,
Well, I'm just making sure.
that's fair.
There might
that's
have
fair.
been another
There
one.
could have been. That's fair. It's D&D.
That was the only one that I
All right.
remembered, but you know.
We go.
Let
Mosnell.
Mosnell walk up and then like trail like 8 feet behind him.
Before he
Okay.
gets up there,
Yep.
like at the last second, I want to give him guidance.
Sure. How long does it last?
Not very long.
Like a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not.
A minute's fine. 6 seconds is like pointless.
Yeah.
All right. Mosnell, you walk up onto
You can do this.
the docks, and it's just I mean, very quaint. Something you would see at home. This isn't like the great docks you've seen at like Skolperheim, how they would do these giant ships. It looks like a little rowboat with dock here. It is very modest, this area. As you walk toward the edge of it, what do?
I look in the water.
Looking down, you see your reflection in the water. And then it slowly seems to change. And from your big bearded face, you see the color in it turn white. And the eyes blue. As you can see, like lightning strikes in the eyes. And as you pull back out of the water,
I am Zeus.
just massive, much bigger than the King of the North Frost Giant. The Storm Giant dwarfs it in comparison. It is the size of many of the statues you saw in Skolperheim. He towers over all of you. The waters like waterfalls over each of his biceps and on him, each of his armor as it comes off him. The armor itself is plated with all these lightning bolts and storm symbols across it. Runes you wouldn't normally recognize, but written in giant, you can see what they stand for, different elements. And you can see different sayings and names on each of them all across. And he's got this big white beard and these glowing blue eyes. And you hear this bellowing voice come down to you that I can't do a giant voice, but I will do the typical bellowing voice I do.
Let's see.
As it was shown, we meet at last, Marsnell Dazcott. You seek the Storm Giant's aid in the war that swallows the world. Why should we aid in your path when it appears the storm will be swallowed by your enemies?
Well, thank you for meeting with us, first of all.
As an aside, is this all in giant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we fight for the freedom of the realm and to protect others from tyranny and slavery. I think that's a worthwhile goal.
The storm does not deal in these mortal moralities. What would you bring to the storm? The storm only cares to blow those away to create a new.
Well, if we blow away this Cobalt Alliance, we can bring in something new to replace it. Something better. Fairer.
How would you blow away the Cobalt Alliance? What winds of change could you possibly bestow onto the lands?
Stir up resistance. Unite the world in defiance of the Cobalt Alliance, and together rid the world of them.
Roll a persuasion check.
Add a D4.
Persuasion.
Boy.
Persuasion. It's probably nothing. Yeah.
Oh boy.
5.
With the D4?
Yep.
Oh boy.
I feel that, man.
He's having none of it.
You speak of uniting the world. There was one who brought the storm with him that did such. And now he rots inside a pocket dimension guarding a vault. How would you be any different?
Well, I don't seek to rule the world. I just want to bring it together to fight the Kobold Alliance. But I will be fighting along someone who might be worthy. Brine, King of the North, who I believe you've met.
We have. She is an interesting piece to play, but her worthiness is no less than that of Escott Grandier. The two are destined to be in eternal conflict until the other does not exist. The storm favors the winds of change.
And which way do these winds flow?
Currently with the Cobalt Alliance.
I'm gonna lean over to Ulazal. You're not getting any of this, right?
Not right now, but perhaps. I take out and clutch my holy symbol and I cast tongues on myself.
About time. Your boys are drowning. Alright.
Oh, it's
Working up
going
my
now.
sweat.
Mazdo's like sweating through his shirt right
Oh,
now.
it's really not going
It's
well.
like negative
is
2 and I'm
is it only
sweating.
you that can now understand it?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
previously misinterpreted the spell. It's just me.
Brutal.
So, I will walk forward and stand next to Masno.
Mm-hmm.
The winds of change may be
You
blowing.
you don't have any context.
Mm,
You just cast it.
Yeah.
okay.
So you can ask them.
I'll walk up and say, how's it going?
The storm giants want to know why they should get involved, as the storm does not deem it worthy or has not deemed it necessary.
Man, you're having a hard time, aren't you?
Was that in common?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The party is aware things aren't going well.
I mean, we did just make a big upset with Everwood. We just defeated the siege that was supposed to end them. I think the winds of change are already starting to take pace.
Time out, coach. Okay.
We have just had a great victory at Everwood, showing maybe the winds have changed. Maybe they flow in our favor now.
That is a truth to be told. As I ask again, how do you beat the Cobalt Alliance?
Kill Escott.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Can I give him guidance?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Add a d4.
Okay. And a D4. 15.
Yay! Better!
The storm giant leans back, and you see this mist begin to form in his hands, and this lightning is coming between him, sort of like Cole will do, pulling it back. And this imagery comes in front of you, and you see before you on a cobalt throne Escott Grandier as he's sitting down. Oh wait, I gotta get a name. Sorry. There's a name. Bless you.
Bless.
Thanks, man. That was intense.
Jared, it's time. I've brokered the deal. Another group embellishes Cobalt's blue. We crush their fleet. Set sail for Yin Yang, all of our ships, and we will sink them to the bottom and kill the pirate king who thinks he's so very clever. As that starts to fade away, the storm giant looks to all of you. You and Mosnell here. Your answers have pleased the winds of change. As lightning strikes go off and you feel this wind blow all through you, these warm winds carry throughout your group, blowing up some of your cloaks to the side, not like yeah, no, not that. If you wish to bring the storm, you must travel west to go east. By foot you will not arrive in time, but by the wings of the tide you are sure to survive. If you arrive by dawn on the 7th day, the storm will be with you on the shores of Yin Yang. Carry the storm with you. Change its winds, Mosnell Dazgot, and the storm giants will bless you with one truth for each of your companions upon your success. As he starts fading away, you see another one of those portals. The lightning strikes again as he's going down, but leaving behind is another one of these scrying portals. And as you look in, you can even hear the sounds of this horrendous screeching of metal across stone as you hear this dragging. As it starts to clear up, you recognize... actually, everybody give me a history check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Natural 20.
Okay.
5.
All right, you
Where was that the other time?
Natural 1.
A 12 for Airy
Yeah.
and a 5 for Bologna.
All right.
5.
A lot of mist. But Mosno, you recognize this as this battered, bloodied, beaten face is possibly the face of the Valkyrie known as Sky.
Oh no.
As you guys watch, you see the Valkyrie's head get thrown forward and onto the ground, motionless. You hear these horrible, chaotic noises in the background of these growls all throughout.
Close the portal.
You see in front of you this long, brilliant wings and serpentine creature as these rainbow colors going up it, and its teeth bared, its long maw, and this long blade goes right through its head and then comes out, and the colors fade out of it and drops to the ground. As it drops, you guys see the egg Dell once had, the egg you found inside the Titan Forge behind it. As it walks closer, you see this massive lizard folk creature grab the egg. And as he looks towards the egg, he lifts it up. And you see him go, I will. And then he stops. And he turns toward the scrying portal. I thought I felt prying eyes.
More.
As he starts looking towards whatever he sees on his side, he starts getting closer to it, and you can see this all these strange tattoos similar to Aerie all across this massive lizard folk. And he starts looking at all of you. You've touched it. Do you have it? The sun gem. Hoo-ah! And it closes as he starts getting closer. And with that, the storm giant is gone.
Well,
What?
thank you greatly, oh storm giant.
Maznell's bowing to nothing. Nothing is there anymore.
Are we gonna
Gotta
talk
be
about
polite
the
to
thing?
creatures that are.
What's that?
What was that? Are we gonna talk about this?
I feel like we
So-
probably shouldn't give it the sun gem.
No.
Well, it's gone now, so we can't even give it to him.
Also, it had the same tattoos as you.
Similar.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Is he a friend of yours?
No,
Hmm.
not at all.
That was Sky, wasn't it?
Yes.
What was the other creature in there?
I get the name wrong, but it's a Kotal. A Kotal?
A Colotl?
Colotl?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the last one in existence, if you remember.
Rest in peace, my dude.
Dell's quest is over.
Yes. And the egg that Dell had. He was holding it. Well, can't worry about that now. We need to worry about
Yes.
matter at hand.
While we're here, I'm gonna take a look around this beach.
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm looking for some glass.
I'm casting Sending to Brine
Okay.
and letting her know about the naval attack that is about to happen.
Okay.
Good idea.
Ulazal would know the specifics from the vision, but Zach would not because he's the big dumb.
Oh, I'm going to show you guys a
big
picture
dumb.
of Eska. I'm going to get that
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
He looks different than you once remember, Harry.
Is he buff?
He is older.
Is he dying?
He looks the same, but he has little salt and the pepper now. Scott Grandier. Oh yeah.
The one thing I would change about that reference picture is he has a massive Joker-like grin to him.
He's always smiling.
But he does definitely have like a sword and that type of armor on, and he's adorned in his cobalt blue.
Yeah, like that blue looks awesome. Nice.
What was your perception check?
19.
Looking around the beach where the storm giant first came in, lightning strikes absolutely hit the beach, and you see that glass everywhere.
Start
I'm just
smashing
gonna
it.
start collecting.
All right, it is sharp as shit, so there's only so much you can hold without cutting yourself horribly.
I have a gauntlet on. Can I help?
You can help, certainly, but it's so sharp it can even pierce your gauntlet.
Oh my
You
goodness.
gotta be careful with this stuff.
Okay.
Does anyone
It's
have a
like-
bag of holding?
Yeah,
Somebody does.
sure do.
You want to try and put it in the bag of holding?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
yeah, I do.
All right,
Wait, is
give
there
me
anything else we
dexterity.
need to take out so it doesn't make holes in it? What's in the bag of
I
holding?
hold the bag open. Now put it in so that it doesn't touch the edges, so that it doesn't rip.
So I will grab the smaller pieces that I can and do like individually,
Okay.
fitting it into the pocket dimension.
Give me a
not
dexterity
touching the
check.
bag.
Give me a dexterity check.
He's got that like crazy look in his eye.
You guys gonna fuck
23.
Oh, and you don't fuck up your bag of holding tonight, boys and girl. It goes. You easily and slowly, you guys surmise if this was to touch the sides of the bag of holding, it would rip it and possibly break your bag of holding. So with that dexterity, you're extra careful not to mess that up. You're able to get quite a load in there because it's lightweight, but you got to make sure to get the correct you can't get big pieces, that'll rip it, and so you're getting small pieces and trying to make smaller pieces. It does massive damage to you, so you assume as much, and I'm telling you as a DM, so you don't feel cheated when you get like an artery cut that won't stop bleeding. So you guys do what you can with this very small with what pieces you have. I'd say this is enough. We're about
just as after we've already put a bunch in, I'm just gonna be like, oh wait a second, I gotta pull out the glowstone compass and just check it real quick.
It checks out.
Okay, and it's got that like blue, green, purple inside it.
Sure, some have the green, some have the purple, some have a mix.
Okay.
You can get about, I'd say, 10 sheets of it in.
10 sheets?
Sheets. And think of a sheet as in like a standard piece of paper.
Okay.
8 by 11. It's not like a pizza sheet.
What should I call this?
Good amount.
I would say, what does the compass say for you?
I just had you told me to call it a I'll pull it up, but I believe you just said a glowstone compass or a glow compass is what you told me to call it.
Do 10 sheets of glowing glass.
And then as an aside, I'm also gonna look for any powders that have manifested. Any powder, because that was the other thing they had mentioned.
No powders.
Nothing in the area. Dang it.
Nothing you can see.
All right.
I look westward.
How do you know where that is?
The sun?
There is no sun.
There's no sun?
Just the storm clouds above you. That's also why it's really strange that it's like the sun is shining on you on the beach.
Weird.
Your sending also didn't work.
What?
Does it bounce back?
just fizzles out.
Fizzles out?
I hear this voice in my head. It's my voice. It's like when an email doesn't go through.
Yep.
It goes across planes.
Sending?
Yeah.
Goes across planes?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, not this one.
Surprisingly.
Yes.
Bruh.
But hang on. I thought there was like a rule about it.
You can send the message across any distance.
If they're on a different
target's
plane from you, there's a 5% chance that it doesn't arrive.
I'm gonna give you a guarantee it doesn't arrive.
Well,
in this dimension.
Is there a portal?
No. You guys can make a look around for one, maybe, but there's no obvious portal.
Yeah, let's. We gotta. How do we get out of here?
All right. Go ahead and make perception checks.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
24.
You know how I said I was so good at those?
Yeah.
I got a natural one.
Oof. What's the modifiers though?
Nice.
+9.
So still a 10.
It's still a 10.
Still good.
But
That
still.
annoys me on
20
critical roll when they do that.
25 for Bologna, 19 for
Did you
Aerie.
say 29?
25 for
25.
Bologna.
And would you have 24? 24. Oh, man. So Ulazal and Bologna help each other over on the docks as they're investigating, as everyone's looking at the beach and peeking into the jungle. And it looks like where the storm giant came out, you can see it glowing underneath the water.
Shall we?
Everyone, I think we found the way out.
The group comes over to the edge of the docks.
Is there a way for me to
Alright.
get out without getting wet?
I push her.
You guys hear that sound of when you go into water, and as you go towards the light, you end up waking up inside familiar forests of the north.
What?
Mosnell recognizes them. You guys are wet, but you are on what appears to be the opposite side of the mountain
Oh,
that you
okay.
entered.
Oh no!
Where's my
Maslow.
axe?
Where's the axe?
On the opposite side of the mountain.
Oh.
Fuck.
You guys
Oh,
right now are...
How far away are we?
You are...
Distance-wise?
So Mishun's feet on the map, which would be... You guys are by those 3 lakes connecting to a bay. You guys started by Mishun's head. That would probably be a 4 days journey if you could go through a mountain.
We can't.
And you also have 7 days to get to Yin Yang.
Now that I've passed through this other plane of existence, I cast Sending to Brine.
It works! Get out of here! Yeah, fine.
Hey, Brian. Navy and Yin Yang's about to be attacked. Right? That's the...
Yep.
Yeah. That's their next move. Should reinforce them as much as possible.
Thought you'd want to know.
Storm Giants have agreed to help.
That's wondrous news. We will send message
Oh,
Captain Max.
do I have enough words to tell her about the 7th day of...
Nope, send another one. You forgot, so you have to burn another spell. She's still replying to you.
It's my last spell.
You have 7 days, by the way.
Yeah.
Our forces have been mobilized to Pinman. We are reinforcing Everwood. Ralia is terrifying. And then it ends.
I cast Sending again and tell her about the 7 days.
Okay, and then she replies, "Oh, how are you going to get there? It takes months from where you're located."
We have a druid.
She's not familiar.
Also,
You can at least get us halfway.
you might want to talk to Ralia.
I don't have any more spells.
That's it.
That's all I got. I'm tapped, boys.
Guys, let's take a nap.
Oh, wait.
Uh,
Oh, no, it's a 2nd level. I can't do Sending.
well, it said we had to move west to get east.
Yep.
What is, I mean,
He said that was the only way we would make it in time.
I look west.
You see rivers. Give me a perception check.
That was decent. 15.
15. Small town at the where the tributary meets the bay. A few tiny ships there.
I mean, maybe we have to go on a ship around the top of the world?
I think he said the current would carry us
Maybe
there.
are they planning to give us any to blow our wind so we move real fucking quick?
It's possible.
You know, in all my days, I've learned that it's best not to try and figure out what these higher powers are trying to do. Just go with it.
Well
Alright.
said. Let's go
Let's
west.
make our way to that town. That's west.
You guys travel into this town. It seems to be a town of no name. There are no signs. It seems to be a very isolated town. Mosnell, you would have recollection of this town. It is one of the places that is just known as the town. People are they come here to trade various specialties, but they're not fine. It's nothing like the cities you've seen. It's like, I fish, I trade fish. I make stone tools.
fish.
I give you stone tools. Nothing like
Fishing
the rest of
fish.
the world really does. It's a very quiet place. It's away from the world, and it seems like it's a place of blissful ignorance you almost are nostalgic about, because this was part of your world in the past, where their world goes as far as the horizon. They don't really know there's much more out there.
Oh, I missed it up here. I've been here. This is the town.
I'll do it later.
the town.
Yep,
Does it have a name?
the town.
I just look at Uzal.
I guess it's the town.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's find a boat.
All right.
Is there a boat?
You guys go into town. You can see
Boat
3
heading
boats,
west. Boat
all
heading west.
of varying sides. Do you guys want to inquire on the ships around town?
2
Anything?
requirements. Has to be a boat. Has to be heading west.
Just shout this out at the docks.
Well.
Just quiet.
Does the
people are
boat head west? I mean, we headed west to get here.
I mean, we kind of have to go west
Do we
to get
keep
around the
going west?
continent.
Also, you guys went like half a day's journey, by the way, to get here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
But
it was
not
a bit of a.
necessary. for
Yeah.
me to do all
Wait,
that.
are we on the coast? Where are we?
You are at
If you look at Mishun's feet, there's like a little. Is
There's
it
a
like the
bay.
little gray area by the tributaries?
It is right here. So
So we're like practically on the ocean. Like the
Um,
lake lets out onto the ocean.
the gray
Yeah.
area, which no, not that gray area, because that was Mishun's head. You guys ended up at the feet. So it's closer to the giant hills. So you see the 3 tributaries at the end, or the 3 rivers that go toward the bay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The middle bay is where you guys ended up, basically, right at that point, or the middle river connecting to the bay.
Oh, okay.
You're down there. Almost directly
Okay.
west of Everwood, at the center of it. Almost directly west of that.
Okay.
In Nature's Hole. So yeah,
So I guess we do head west a little bit.
you guys look at the ships. Anything to do with them? You guys just shout it, and people ignored you. It seems like Masnal, you would know. People shout things all the time. It's sort of like my dad cursing. Everyone just sort of ignores it and just like
Yep.
it's normal.
Yep.
Are there anybody manning the
Polymorph.
ships?
Into
Something giant that can carry them and fly.
oh,
Probably like a giant eagle or something.
at a giant eagle, it would still take you quite a long time to get across.
That's fine, but at least I could take a nap after I'm done.
Fair. What about you guys? What else are you doing? Go on with this off.
I'm gonna find who looks like the most able sailor
All right, give me a
that
perception
has
check.
a boat.
I'm just looking to see if anybody's on one of the boats.
Go ahead and give me perception checks. We're wrapping up with this.
Yeah, buddy, 22.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah.
Natural 20 for a 29.
Masnell, you start looking boat to boat. All 3 seem manned, some more than others. Ari, you notice one of the boats, the one at the far end, gives off a strange shimmer to it that seems off.
Masno,
These damn
I think-
slavers.
I think we should go over to that one and kind of nod towards the one I see that's shimmering.
You like that one?
I have a feeling about that one.
We can go check it out.
Let's check it out.
So you guys go towards the shimmering one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys approach, you see this individual in a black cloak pulled over his head, some blonde hair linking out. He turns and he goes, can I help you?
Is this your boat?
Ship.
Yeah.
Ship?
Who's asking?
We're looking to charter, actually.
Oh, well, we're not really looking to go anywhere for a while.
Insight check.
Go ahead. Just sort of pulled in the
was
dock
sure.
and just trying to hang out here for a bit. Seems like a nice quiet place.
22.
22. Whispers.
Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, we just sort of pulled into the dock recently and not really looking to go anywhere.
100 gold if you take us to Yin Yang.
Well, we're talking gold. You're probably gonna need a lot more. Got a big crew, a lot of people. You know the deal.
How much we talking?
Oh, probably like 10,000 gold would be the starting price.
Oh, we're just a few people. Surely room and board for us couldn't be that much.
Ah, but we're not going anywhere. It's. By the way, he's not like blocking your path in the boat or anything like that. He's just talking to you right now.
Is the shimmering
Is there anybody
obvious?
on the boat?
It looks like it. It looks like there's just the general rabble of people picking stuff up and putting them down.
I'm gonna call out to somebody on there. Excuse me.
They don't respond or even look at you. And you see the individual be like, hey, don't bother them. They're working hard.
Is everybody on this boat so rude?
Yeah. Well, when you come up demanding stuff like this, it could cause some rudeness to be shared here. I don't like how you're all just coming up demanding I take you somewhere.
I think you were being the rude one.
How do you like this? A bunch of people come up to you. You're minding your own business.
Not you. I was talking to Ari.
Oh, okay.
You seem a little sweaty. Are you feeling okay?
You know when a group of people of your size come up to you, it makes a man a little nervous.
Am I on the other side of him?
Yes, at this point. You guys have like surrounded this dude.
With my natural stealth of 23, I'm gonna walk onto the ship.
All right. He's gotta have to make a perception check.
I'm going to like talk to him and like. Are you sure you're not ill? I'm trying to distract him.
All right. Give me a deception check.
Oh boy, gotta be.
That might throw off the.
Oh, sure does, pal.
What do you got?
Deception.
Yeah.
4.
I'm also completely,
that's one.
I'm also completely
what?
silent.
For him to see through you.
Okay, that's fine.
But Ares does have a natural 23. All right. Ares starts going up the boat. What did you say to him? Sorry.
Are you sure you're feeling well?
I'm feeling more than well here. You won't be able to intimidate me with such.
Oh, that would never be my intent.
Ari, as you're walking up, as you go up past halfway on the plank, the ship is about 5 times the size as it expands, and you
Wait a
see
minute.
a very familiar flag
Son of a bitch. It's
hawk.
Jaqualdin.
As you start getting halfway up, you see leaning on a barrel, smiling towards you with a big, ridiculous hat on, Jaqualdin.
Yes!
And that is where we'll end tonight.
Jaqualdin. All right, last time we saw him, he took all our money.
Time to get that money back!
There's one thing I wanted to do before we ended.
What? We're on exactly on time at 9:45. Do
One
it.
tiny thing.
Okay.
I want to look at him, give him a nod, walk back off the plank, and be like, "It's Jaqualdin."
You see the guy look towards you, and you guys actually recognize him as Bryce. As his shock hits you, and you get a better look at his face, and that is where we will end.
Oh, wow.